David, what's up, man? Brian, what's up? Teal, what's good? Go, buddy, go. How is everybody? I think I still remember how this YouTube thing works. Yo, Jared, what's good, bro? Carnage, what's up? We are packing up Clone Wars figures. They are all going to a better home. Let me know if the music is too loud for you guys. Or if you can't hear it too, that's good as well. Just chilling. But how is everybody? What's today? Thursday? Yeah, Jared, I hope so, man. But yeah, I got all of my loose Clone Wars figures sold. So I am bagging them all up to ship. But I figured might as well live stream or do something. But David, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. House hunting? It hasn't officially started yet. That's the it's one of the main reasons why I'm packing this stuff up is I need to just kind of rip the band-aid off and start to pack all this stuff behind me, and then get ready for the house to show. You know what I mean? I mean, it's going to be a process. I mean, I would say in the next probably couple months, 2 months, is when we'll finally be able to start putting the house up. You know what I mean? Nope, no Red Hawks, man. Sorry. Yo, what's up, Ren? Harold, you know what, bro? I'm hanging in there. It's not been like the best year for me so far. I mean, it's crazy because we're already 3 months into 2020, and shoot, you know, it's not been the best year for me collectively, YouTube wise. You know, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know, I used to be pretty active, you know, live streams pretty consistently on Saturdays, and I used to do Wednesdays, and you know, I used to have videos out every week, and now I'm sure you guys can tell content is almost non-existent on the channel. But I've just have come to a point in my life and in my YouTube world that these toys and stuff don't mean near as much to me as I thought they would. I keep dropping stuff, but I guess what I mean by that is, like, a couple years ago, that's all I cared about. You know, was just toys and buying this and getting enough money to get the newest Legend or newest Black Series, and there's absolutely zero wrong with that. But for me, I've grown out of that phase, and I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just so focused on real life stuff now, and not saying that if you focus on toys, you're not focused on real life. I guess I should say I'm focused on my life, not real life, because real life that can be interpreted differently by any person. So I guess I don't want to degrade what real life means to whoever, but I'm not over it. Like, I'm not going to stop making videos. I'm not going to stop collecting. Like, I'm selling so much stuff because, one, I want a nice new home. You know what I mean? And that involves a lot of money. So it's like, I don't know. It's just different. So doing everything that I'm doing now, and I mean, I'm selling stuff I really don't want to sell. Like all this loose Clone Wars stuff, Like, I sold it to one person. And guys, I'm telling you, if you have a lot of stuff, if you have a big collection of said items, and one person comes with you and they say, hey, name your price, like, what do you want out of this? And you name that price and they say okay, and they send you the money, you gotta go for it. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, these toys bring joy, but when there's stuff you want to do in your life and you want to move forward and you want to better yourself and the people around you, these toys just kind of gotta go. I mean, I can always buy these back. I mean, money is money. You know, if you're blessed enough to have a job, you get a paycheck every week, every 2 weeks. You know, this stuff comes and goes. But when you have opportunities in life and you have, you know, things that you can take care of, you know, do it. So, and I'm probably in the toy community, I'm probably one of the few people that get the biggest amounts of shit for selling, because I'm honest about it. But I don't mean to rant right now. I will say what's up to everybody. Chisel tip. Yes, absolutely, for the grader. I think I saw Harold say something about miss hanging out. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably live stream. I might live stream tomorrow night, just depending on how my night's going, and actually have like a chill stream with you guys. So I mean, that would be fun. Michael Gonzalez, what's going on? Kiwi, what's good, brother? Out there living in the future. Viper, I do not have a eBay page. But no, just to kind of follow up on, you know, what I'm saying. Wait, this is Nate from Fairfield. Nate from Fairfield. I think I remember you. I know I met a lot of people. But yeah. Burger Man, I don't know how I keep track of all that stuff, to be honest. It's just kind of lucky. But no, I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is, and I know I don't need to explain this to everybody or anybody for that matter, but I've built my quote-unquote brand, and I really have always told everyone, you know, just be true, just be honest with yourself. Like, who the hell, like, who cares about what people think of you? And coming from a social media perspective, you know, a lot of people love to give their opinions, which they're entitled to. But I mean, if people are going to give their opinions, then, you know, damn well people are able to counteract with that and speak their minds. But there's just so much stuff, you know, that is not revolving around toys anymore. And it's sad for me, but it's also great as well, because I've always yeah, Ryan, exactly. What's up, man? I've always told people, and I've made videos about it, like, yo, like, treat toys like a stock market. Whether you want to or not, these items are valuable, and people pay money for them. So, you know, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some people in here that know what I'm trying to say, but if you if you buy a toy for $20, just quick math, and months later, days later, or even hours later after you buy it, people are paying $60, $80 for it. I mean, why wouldn't you? And that's not me being a flipper. Like, I don't do that shit. I don't go to the store and buy a Marvel Legend to throw on eBay that day. You know, I don't do any of that. I don't really care. Like, it's not my place to tell somebody that they can't sell something that they spent their money on. Yeah, people might look at it as negative, and, you know, it is what it is. But it comes to a point where these things get so high up there in value, and like I said, if you're looking to move forward with your life in other ways that don't revolve around these figures, why would you not sell them? That's just what I want to know. I mean, there's been so many people that say, you know, I've never sold anything in my collection. For one, that's great. Two, how? It just blows my mind. Because a lot of the times, you know, I sell to progress my collection and to buy new stuff. But right now, you know, I'm selling a lot of stuff to further my goals into buying a home. Yeah, Twitch, I mean, all that stuff, you know, it's crazy. I mean, I started that right on the verge of when Karina and I decided that we need to upgrade our house, and I need to really be looking at things from a adult perspective and not a YouTube personality perspective. The problem is, I believe they have some right to say. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, especially with people like us who put ourselves in the spotlight, I guess you could say. The moment we put out a video about something we love, there are so many people waiting to tell us how stupid we are, how horrible what we like is. That's just how it is. So, I guess 99% of people in this chat room, 99% of the people who watch my YouTube videos and other YouTubers' videos, they will never understand what it's like to be us. And in a very non-cocky way, not many people will, because in this community there is no longer any up-and-coming YouTube people, because the market is so saturated, and people having YouTube channels, which is great, which if you want to make it, do it. Like, it's fun, you know what I mean? But not too many people are going to be able to start a channel, grow very successful very quick, and to have a bunch of hate and love, but just to have all of those opinions thrown on you and criticize everything you like, everything you do, what you don't do. So it's over the last probably like 6 months or a year, I've been very numb to hold on. Yeah, sorry, I just got a text from Karina. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so it's just life. You just gotta do stuff, you know what I mean? But how is everybody doing? Let's do that. Normally live in Russia? So do you normally live in Russia, or I'm keeping Mythic Legions. Sith, what's good, man? Keeping Mythic Legions. I think I'm gonna keep Dragon Ball figure arts. If I don't keep the figure arts, I'll keep the statues, just because I think the statues are cool. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Yo, thank you, Burger Man. Yeah, and Nate, that's also true as well, man. So that's the part of the reason why I never started a YouTube channel. Yeah. Can you make Target and Walmart restock? Dude, I wish. If those were, if they were easier to get, I probably would have been collecting those. I DM you some useful information on Instagram just now. They find a fig, DM you first asking if you want or need it, and give it to you for free. What you mean? I need that 3 3/4 Mando. Yeah, I mean, you never know with that stuff, especially with the what's it called? Just how Hasbro's treating the 3 3/4 stuff. You know what I mean? What's up, Theoretical? How many Mythic Trolls do you have so far? I have all 4 of them. All 4 that have been released. Appreciate your honesty and willingness to put yourself out there. Yo, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Simon, that's a good plan. Just don't make it. Just make it whatever you want. And I mean, that's overall. That's what I'll be doing going forward. Like, Toy Department is opening their new store Saturday, and obviously I want to go, because I do want to make a video, because I know a lot of people enjoy the toy department, and I like the guys down there. I mean, James is great. Matt and Chris have always been good to me, and I, well, you know, want to give them as much love as I can, and not that they really need the shout out, but you know, I enjoy doing that for local shows and local businesses, because from what I've seen, it does help. You know, I've seen people go to these shows and stores because they saw my video. Now, whether or not they would have ever gone to that, they probably would have. But did they go to it earlier by seeing my videos? Probably. So I don't take 100% credit. I just take a little bit of credit, if that makes sense. So, but I mean, I have friends with, or I have, what's it called? My buddy Kenny, which you guys may know. His wife's birthday, to be honest, I don't know when her birthday is, but we're celebrating her birthday Saturday, and we're going to go do some fun stuff, and, you know, that's a priority to me. So, while I try to make both things work, yeah, but if you guys don't see a video next week from the toy department, then you'll know I was just busy, but I'm just not going to stress about it and stuff anymore. Yeah, I appreciate that, Antonio. You know what toy department needs to do? They need to get a tractor trailer. Yeah. I mean, they go to a lot of shows. It's just when they go to shows, they don't bring a lot of what they keep in the stores. And I'm not talking about like what's on the shelves, but they bring like specific stuff like G.I. Joe, vintage, and that's really it. They don't bring a lot of like modern stuff. They keep most of that like actually in their store. But yeah, yeah, engineer, I'll check that stuff after the stream. New York Toy Fair. To be honest, I didn't follow Toy Fair that closely this year like I normally do. I would love to go. I might have the opportunity to go next year, but just all depends with life and how it's treat me at that point. Yeah, thanks, Harold. Yeah, I mean, Ohio, we're pretty blessed to have the stores and stuff that we do now. You know, we're kind of like the mecca of toy collecting. You know, big thanks to Kenner being in Cincinnati. So, you know, I think personally that drove a lot of toy business people to this area because of that. So, it's pretty cool. I should be going to Lexington Con. As long as everything goes well on my end. I have press passes. I just need to get a hotel locked down, and me and my buddy Kenny will be going. Diamond Select's Lord of the Rings line looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. You know, that kind of stuff is stuff that I can see myself buying. You know, just because I do like it. No, I don't collect Halo anymore. Kiwi, are you that close, brother? Because I know you've been looking for a minute, haven't you? Yeah, Antonio, I should be there at least maybe Friday and Saturday. I don't know. I would say at least one of those days. Yeah, is Warwick Davis still doing that? For some reason I thought he canceled Lexington. I thought I saw on a Facebook group that due to filming obligations he is no longer able to be there, but I could be wrong. Alright, I'll be right back, chat. Someone entertain the chat. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dust on these shelves. Yeah, it's a Lego Friends piece. Yeah, that was a while ago. I was collecting Lego. Just split the profits with me, Ryan. But yeah, I got like 15 or 20 more figures to bag up, and then the loose Clone Wars stuff will be done, and then I'm selling the rest of my loose Star Wars collection. 3 3/4 wise, that is. Actually, I don't have anything besides 3 3/4 left, so. $10. Yeah, 4 Horsemen's pretty nice. Yeah, collection update will for sure be in need. Keys, what's going on? 25 loose legends. Oh yeah, man. How do we go about buying? Facebook and Instagram. Andy, what's good, bro? Simon, so nice. Mark, what's going on, brother? I personally keep the packaging to Mythics just because I'm weird about higher end figures having the boxes. But honestly, from what I've seen with Mythics, it doesn't really affect the value like it does with other stuff. Because 90% of the Legions collectors open and display their stuff. I mean, people will buy doubles if they need, just to keep in package. But not very many people like display them like that. You know, I've seen a lot of figure arts people do that. And for some reason, Hot Toys people will just keep their stuff in the box. And then obviously Pop people, but that's different because you pretty much see the entire thing through the window. So there's not much to set aside from displaying out of box versus in box. Like, they're both cool to me. So everybody getting their tax money? Yeah, sure. That's what I'm trying to sell now, honestly. I mean, now is the best time to sell. I doubt Jedi Revan will get a non-exclusive re-release. Typically, stuff like that will never get a non-exclusive release. Normally, it will be the opposite. Like, there would be a well, exactly like what they did. They gave Black Series Revan a general release, and then they changed the color and made it exclusive. They'll never make an exclusive a general release figure in the long run. Should be enough. But yeah, restock. I would agree on that. From what I've heard, what's it called? The Heavy Gunner Battle Droid. I think that's the lesser of the two. I think there's a lot of Revans and not that many Battle Droids. The Revan novel? I don't think I've ever read that. What are you eating, dude? Um, John, honestly, man, just a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. So, if I don't seem happy right now, it's not necessarily this specific moment. It's just a lot of stuff in life, man. So, but like I said, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I used to play Battlefront. I don't actively play anymore. Yeah, responsibilities. Oh, I know, John. Yeah, I mean, it's not the idea of what I wanted to do, but you know, is what it is. I've probably been collecting for, let's see, Parker's, I would say 5 or 6 years. Wow, that's crazy. It's a long time. Yeah, I'd say 5 or 6, because I believe I started buying figures right before Parker was born, and he just turned 5 in December, so I'd say it's around there. Just trying to clean the dust off these figures for the next owner. I know you said you're selling anything. I don't think anything that's like near and dear to my heart. Nothing. I've just tried to not try to not get like that with figures, just because my personality, like I'll keep stuff if there's some sort of an attachment to it, or if I don't know, like I'll talk myself out of it. So I just try to not be that way. That way I'm not so attached. Yeah, it is a lot of money. I had some things come up with life. Yep, that's right, man. Priorities over plastic. But like I said earlier, I don't do or talk about things like this to diminish how other people feel about their stuff. You know, example, when I say I'm focusing on real life, I mean my life, because real life to a lot of you in there might be finishing, you know, the vintage collection line, or it might be finishing your Marvel figure arts Iron Man collection. You know, you like that just might be your life's priorities. So to say real life, it's not fair, because I don't want to put it in people's heads that I look at toys as not real life, because it can be. You know what I mean? So maybe overall, I'm just going through a hard time, and I don't realize it yet, mentally. Money is dust, pleasures, completion, and collection. I get you. Yeah, my Mythic collection will probably stay, hopefully. I got into your videos when you got into Hot Toys and did that package deal with Cincy. Yeah, that's crazy. I remember that. There was a lot of alcohol involved that night. I think I spent like $1,000 with Cincy. Just something stupid like that. When and when? Where was your last Comic Con? Yo, thanks, Mets. I don't know about Comic Con. I mean, is that like a traditional Comic Con? Because if so, that would be Atlanta. That would be my last Comic Con that I went to. But if you mean like a toy show, that would have been in February. Yeah, the Super Ohio Toy Show. I think it was the beginning of February. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. It was about that. Yeah, we're just talking life. Toys, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm hoping when Karina gets home, go to the gym and kind of let go of some of this stress I seem to be holding. Oh no. Things have just been weird lately, I guess, chat. I met you at that one. At the Atlanta one? Is that one? Heavy baby, yeah. I'll have to do something, brother. Scott, what's up? I bought my house this time. Yo, what's up, Scott? I remember you, brother. Thank you for that, man. Oh, no, it's Super Ohio Twitch. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought, wait, hold on. What is your thought on displaying 12-inch figures? I would display them, man. If you got them, display them. You know what I mean? Are you going to the fairgrounds? Is that the Xenia toy show? Is that the fairgrounds one? The Xenia one, I don't know if I'm going to that one, to be honest with you. So far I have all these packed up, plus what I've bagged up today. So Right State the next day. What's Right State? Is that Jim and Dan's? Greg, what's up, brother? Then I came across your videos and made me start collecting. Yo, thank you, Flex. I appreciate that. Or AJ. I'm glad people enjoy the content. You know, it's great. Yo, see you later, Antonio. Yeah, I mean, I thought Jim and Dan's was only like 4 times a year, which would be like, I don't know, January, like, I don't know. Hey, anything for you, Greg? Vitamin THC, right? Things have been Things have been weird because it's been vitamin D supplements. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I had Ziploc baggies somewhere. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. No, I never got into the hoops cards. Yeah, Hebot, just tag me again, man. To be honest, I don't look at a lot of what people tag me in, just because it kind of gets flooded in notifications. But yeah, I mean, feel free to tag me or whatever, man. Go on, buddy. Go. See you later, Ren. You spin your chair around 3 times. Yeah, right. I wish it was that easy, brother. You guys ever feel like that though? You know, where you're kind of just like doing stuff, and then the just everything kind of feels so like cloudy around you. You know, or like almost like you're walking through water. Does that make any sense to anybody? So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of felt like that lately, and I can't really think why. You know, I try to sit back and yeah, looking for packs. Just yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, it's just a weird feeling. If that makes any sense, I don't know, man. I just always wonder sometimes if I'm doing like the actually the right thing for anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, the gym session is. I feel like it's gonna be much needed. But yeah, I definitely didn't mean to talk about this, or I mean, it wasn't my intent, obviously, of the stream. And it's almost like you You know, like you feel happy, and you feel like it's actually right, and then almost like I guess just like out of nowhere, you just kind of look at what is going on, and it's just like, what did I just do? You know, or what did I not do? Which is probably a more important question. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. And I've only been feeling like this, you know, for like a couple days, maybe a week or something. I don't know. I just feel so like out of place. And it's weird because it's like everything that I've been doing, I'm still doing, but it's not, it doesn't feel like I've been doing it. I don't even know if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Maybe. So it's I don't know. Just a lot of stuff has been hitting on a different like a different wavelength. I don't know. I know I've said that a lot of just ums and I don't knows, but I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm not doing enough. It's weird. Yo, what's up, Cody? My bad, man. Yeah, waves. That's a good description of that, Greg. I don't know. I guess I don't know what to do, or how to. I guess how to approach it, how to handle it, how to do anything. So I mean, I guess you know. Thank you for whoever's listening and who's responding, actually in the chat. But I just want to get these figures packed up for the new buyer. Yeah, I think rationally just looking at it would be a good start. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I shouldn't over exaggerate it. There's just a few things that, you know, I don't feel like I need to talk about yet because I don't even know the situation. But I mean, it just goes to show, like, we can all have problems, whether we bring them upon ourselves or we don't. You know, at the end of the day, we still gotta figure shit out. And sometimes that's the absolute hardest thing to do, is figure out what the hell's going on. And it's just a bummer, man. I appreciate it, Greg. Yeah, Q. I always joke and say the same thing. You know, when I ask people how their day is or whatever, and if they just say, you know, it was okay, or hey, I'm alright, I'd be like, hey, you know, we woke up on the right side of the grass today. And I always joke about that, like, you know, obviously it can always be worse. Like, everyone's problems are important, but people got to remember that, you know, you can always have it worse, no matter what the situation is, and that's, sometimes it's hard to kind of put yourself in that perspective, you know, when I feel like kind of when life gets like this, for me or for anybody, you know, it's hard to imagine it being worse because you feel like you're at your worst right now, or things are at its worst right now, when, I mean, in reality, there's probably 967 things that can be worse than what's going on to you specifically right now. So it's kind of a thing. Yeah. No, I mean, I appreciate the love. I appreciate literally everything. And I don't want that to, go unannounced or unappreciated, you know, in terms of vocalizing it. But I for sure don't want to put my problems on anybody or talk about them or, you know, just make someone feel bad for me, because that's obviously not what I do. Yeah, Greg, that's seems like that's where my path is heading right now. Yeah, it's, I don't know, man. The way I look at things is I have to be sound mind, happy if I'm going to be a good dad or husband. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go through that, because, you know, I try to be the best that I can to, you know, Karina and the kids and all that stuff, and it's when I start thinking, like, you know, should I do more, could I do more, and for things that come in the way of thinking about that, like, and what I mean by that is, you know, if I think about what I could have done more or what I could do more, and YouTube and toys started coming in the middle of me being a good person to Karina and everybody, that's when I kind of that's when things kind of set in with not taking this shit so seriously anymore. Like, Karina doesn't care. My real friends, you know, I have a lot of online friends, obviously. You know, for instance, people in this chat, you know, that I talk to weekly on the chat, or if you DM me on Instagram and we chat it up for a second, like those, but like real life friends, like people that I talk to daily with my phone number, or people that I talk to on the phone, people that I, you know, go visit. Those people, they don't care if I have these Clone Wars figures. You know, they don't care if I just bought the entire Mythic Legions all-in set. Like, they don't care, you know? And once I got to that point where I thought that the people that don't care about me are influencing my thoughts and my actions that change the way that people possibly can think about me, that I care about, that's when I think I really pulled back from all of this, and I really kind of looked and said, like, yeah, this stuff is cool. Like, I enjoy the hell out of it, honestly, but I think I'm just over trying to please people that literally will not give a shit about me if I stop making videos tomorrow. Like, if I was recording a video to put out today that said, I'm done making YouTube videos, I love everybody, thank you for the support, if you ever want to DM me on Instagram, you know, feel free, I'll keep all my videos up. Guarantee in a week, people wouldn't care who I was or what I had or what I was doing. But the people that actually care about me would care. And when it starts to get to a point where I am affecting those types of relationships, or I am doing things that are hindering my relationship with said people, that's when I really have to just step back and be like, what is this for? Like, yes, I make money off YouTube. Is it enough to live off of? Hell no. It doesn't even pay a car payment. Some months it's paid my house payment. But I mean, it's not a job, it's not a career. It's a hobby that turned into money for a little amount of time, and it gave me some recognition with some companies, with some people, with, things, like getting into toy shows for free. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. Like, I'm glad something that I do as a hobby is saving me money and making me money in other places. But at the end of the day, like I said, you think when I apply for a press pass to Lexington Comic Con, they know me, they know what I like? No, they don't care. They care about if I meet their credentials to get their pass for free. And that overall is never going to get me anywhere personally. It's not going to get me a better house. It's not going to get me a better job. It's not going to keep my job. It's not going to, give my family better things. And if I'm so focused on what Joe from Arizona thinks of me, but I'm not focused about what my family thinks of me or how much time I'm not spending with my family, then what the hell am I even doing this for? Like, what are any of us doing this for? And there are a lot of people that have found that balance, or that have the balance to where they can do everything that I just said and still having, a relationship or a family life, or, or just that. And it's not for everybody. That is the absolute truth. And everything that I'm saying is this YouTube world, this online thing, it is not for everybody. And I don't necessarily think it's not for me, but I'm trying to make it where it is for me because I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy the relationships that I've made with people. I enjoy being able to hit the go live button and pack up toys and talk with you guys and be real. I enjoy that kind of things. That doesn't even make sense. I enjoy those kinds of things. And I really encourage people to look at that, overall. And this isn't a therapy session. Well, it might be for me, and I'm just not realizing it yet. But it's not meant for me to push my opinions on you or to tell you how you should think. But I mean, just at the end of the day, remember, toys are toys, and just don't ever choose between toys. Well, like I said, don't choose plastic over priorities. And I'm not saying that I have, and that's why I'm doing all this. So there's no hidden message on why I'm selling my stuff. It's literally been months in the making. As you guys know, when I proposed to Karina back in November, a couple months before that, I started selling my Hot Toys, figure arts. Like, I just started selling so much stuff, and people were so afraid that I was burned out. I was done collecting, and it wasn't. I was literally selling all that stuff to buy her an engagement ring, to better our life, my life, her life, everyone's. So when that hit and I saw that I was able to pay off her engagement ring, let me just make sure that's not for me. Nope, it's not. So when I saw that actually come to fruition and happen, it kind of just triggered something in me. Like, wow, like it is possible to move on from things. And the fact that I'm selling all this stuff, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's very yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and I appreciate, the kind words. Paul, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my head on straight, man, to be honest. I guess I just don't know where to go next. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to proceed. This is how I know that I'm in some sort of a mood, because this dog never does this, really. He's never this calm. But, yeah. Let's go. You're good. You're good. But yeah, back to that stuff. I just want to I don't know, I just want to figure this shit out. I want to know what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it. That could it could be a little rough. Yeah, they're very good. He's good at it too. Yeah, hopefully it's not a funeral, brother. So I think I have everything actually bagged up. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Well, thank you guys for being here with me, for me, everything. Yeah, thank you, Anderson. I just yeah, that's overall what I wanted to really, I don't know, relay or get out there. Is I know a lot of people probably look at their collection as maybe validation, and I hate to even use that word, but you know what? I've been there before. I've thought that having a cool collection meant that I was cool. Or like having cool things meant that people would like me more or respect me online, or so it's not, and we just gotta remember that these are just toys. They come and go, and stuff that you need to get done in life or stuff that you want to get done in life, sometimes you only have one shot at it, or sometimes it's the right moment to do what you need to do, and you need to just do it. On a smaller level, I'm selling. Yeah, see, I mean, there you go. Just when stuff happens and you gotta sell some toys, it happens. But I mean, you can't have a leaking roof, a broken down car, you can't have a baby without diapers, or you can't have your electric turned off because you don't want to sell a figure that makes you feel entitled to having so many people look up to you, or to be like, wow, Josh has that Clone Wars whatever figure that's $110. Like, that's crazy. Like, I could never pay that much. Or if so and so has a crazy hot toy would probably be better because they're really more expensive. If before the Hulkbuster got re-released, so and so has a Hulkbuster, that thing's almost $2,000 now. That's crazy. So it's like, why would you keep that in your collection if you have something in real life that needs to be fixed? That's kind of what I'm getting. IP, what's up, man? I mean, thank you, Paul. But yeah, so I just hope people understand maybe where I'm coming from, or where I'm trying to come from. I could be depressed. I don't know. I'm definitely the past couple of days I haven't been thinking near as clearly as I should, and which is weird because there's a lot of good things going on in my life right now, and to even think that I would be somewhat depressed is just silly to me. But it could be. You know what I mean? Yeah, Greg. No, I agree, and I guess I meant to hit on this earlier, but when I was talking about like content videos. So, in 2 weeks, I think. What's the date? Yeah, the 21st, March 21st. March 22nd is the Columbus Toy Show, and Cincy's coming into town for that, which I'm very excited about, and Billy and I are getting a hotel that Saturday night. We're staying in Columbus. We're going to hang out, have a guys' night, have some fun, and then Sunday we're going to go to a toy show. And I plan on recording all of it. Recording Saturday night into Sunday, Sunday morning, Sunday at the show, all that stuff. Just because, I mean, that'll be fun. You know what I mean? See you later, IP. And it's just, yeah, I mean, the weather, most likely. I'm selling a lot, so I hope all gets well. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, the last time I went to a gun range was actually because of something crazy happening. What are you eating, dog? But yeah, what's it called? The video will be fun, Columbus, and then the weekend after that, I'm hopefully going to Lexington Comic Con with Kenny. So yeah, this isn't dress rehearsal. You get one night. Yeah, absolutely, Mark. I appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, I'm selling my Clone Wars stuff, man. Yeah, I'm hoping the gym will be a good little stress reliever too. I have not taken care of myself physically or mentally in a very long time. I used to be in the gym almost every day. I used to be in great shape. I used to do nothing but work out, and that's all I cared about. And then I became a dad and got the famous dad bod and forgot how important I think working out actually is. And that's something I'm going to strive, no matter all this stuff that I'm going through right now. You know, if I go through it positively, if it ends up negative, you know, I just gotta, no matter what, go to the gym and just keep my head on straight, because it's crazy. I mean, I'll be 30 in 3 months in June, and I mean, I'm at a point in my life where it's cool. Like, I'm looking to buy a house. I have no debt. The only debt I have is a car and a house. You know, I've been trying real hard to work with Karina financially and just being there for her on getting her debt knocked down. You know, some of the money that I've made selling toys, I've given to her to knock down her debt, or, you know, to pay her bills, and, you know, just to do stuff, and just trying to get her to a better place, because, you know, at the end of the day, like, it's us, you know, it's her and I, and I just try to do what I can to help her, you know, because she didn't come from the best family environment, I guess you could say. I thankfully came from a very strong core family upbringing, and it's taken her a while to see the bigger picture with things, you know what I mean? So it's is it a midlife crisis? Because I 110% think that's exactly what it is. I mean, the past 2 years I've been like, holy shit, I'm about to be 30. You know, I'm very thankful that I already have a son, because I want to be a I'm glad that I'm a young dad. I couldn't imagine thinking about having a kid at this point, just because I feel old, and I know I'm not old, but yeah, a lot of this stuff is just your brain. Yeah, I mean, I you know what's weird is I can sense that, and I can tell that, because I'm an overthinker with a lot of things. Like, I really take my time and try to think things through, or think things either from both sides or in reality. And sometimes I think too much. And I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing the best, but at the same time, I look at things on paper, and it's just like I'm doing pretty damn well for myself. Like, I'm 29. Like I said, I have no debt. My house and my car. Like, I can afford doing what I love to do, which is, making YouTube videos, hanging out with friends, talking toys, like such harmless things in life. I can afford to have all this stuff behind me, still live a comfortable life, still make all my bills on time, but I pull myself out of my body, and I look at myself, and I'm like, well, what the hell are you doing? Even though I feel like I'm doing everything right, it doesn't seem like I am. And I don't even know if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, to be honest with you. But it's just yeah, I don't know. And here you have a kid who graduates. Yeah, that makes me nervous. Meditation. Yeah, I've been trying to practice doing that kind of stuff, but I think the first step is honestly probably to just stay consistent in the gym and just take care of myself, because isn't that a saying where you can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself, or something along those lines? Kind of like you're never going to be able to love somebody unless you love yourself. I mean, I love myself. Like, I'm happy with myself, but I'm just not taking care of myself. So, yeah. Mike, I don't know if I'm getting rid of my vintage collection stuff, to be honest. If I do, I'll probably just try to sell it all to one person locally, because I don't want to deal with shipping all those things, especially with how valuable they are. That gym session is going to hit hard. I don't know, chat. I just I don't know. You guys ever get that feeling though, especially like with your collection? And I guess I tie it so much into my collection because it's like you would think, like, we as whatever you call us in this community, I feel like we do value ourselves based upon like what we have in our collection. Most people, I would say. I mean, and when I look around, it's just like, well, what the hell? Like, there's just so much money sitting here, and it's just like, why? Like, I could be doing so much more with it, but at the same time, I enjoy it. That's where I get stuck. Is I think, why am I spending so much money on this and time when I could be doing other things? But then it's just like, well, if it makes me happy, it makes me happy. Like, I can't help that. There's no way out of it, only through. Yeah, I mean that's a. I guess that's a better word to use is distraction, not necessarily validation. Taking care of ourselves. Yeah. First time I got a figure in 3 years is to pre-order Nesco John Wick. That's awesome though, man. Yeah, finding the balance I think is going to be hard. And I mean, I wish I could talk about everything that's going on in my head right now, but I don't feel like obviously right now is the right time because I don't know answers to stuff yet, or I don't even know the situation. Yeah, I know like the very beginning of it. I don't know exactly. Like I could be at the bar every single night after work, drinking my life away. You know, and that's why I voice my opinion so much on selling stuff, selling collections, selling toys. Is the money that you can get back and possibly make out of it's worth it to me. And I don't give a shit what anybody says about me, or if they want to call me a scalper or a flipper or whatever. Like I don't care, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's your money, and if you have a chance to make money or get your money back and put it towards something that's better for you, I don't know why people dog on that so much. Like I've never understood that. I mean, even when I was buying shoes before I bought toys, I dabbled in buying some Jordans and collecting them. And I mean, I only had like 12 or 15 pairs, so I don't consider it collecting, but like, you know, $160 pair of shoes will be a $500 pair of shoes in 2 days because people want them and they didn't make enough of them. So if you got to those shoes and you paid your money and you want to sell those shoes, which is your property, to make more money, and someone's willing to buy it, there's literally no fault in that. Like it is what it is. It's just how things work. And it's just so funny to watch people backseat drive you, and it's just like, why I want to know why so many people care about what people are doing when it does not affect them. And that will never go away, and I get that. I completely will never get that answer, but it's stuff like that that really just makes me sit back and think, like, this community, you know, 3 or 4 years ago when I got into it and when I started doing YouTube, it was a very protective community, like protective and protected. And what I mean by that is you could be made fun of by your friends, your family, or be like a closet collector and not tell your family or tell your friends or tell a girl or a guy that you're talking to that you have this in your living room. You know, instead of a dining room where I eat dinner with my family, this is what I have. So when people are like that and they're afraid to tell people, or they've told people before and they just get such a negative, overwhelming response of, why are you wasting your money? Those are stupid, blah, 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 blah. And we would turn to the community and people like us, you know, we would be like, hey, this is great. This is fun. You know, if you buy a figure, whether it's $5 or $500, it doesn't matter, as long as it makes you truly happy and you can afford it. You know, living within your means, especially with this collecting. But lately it's just gotten so toxic and just so nasty, man. Like, I mean, there's, no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to please anybody. And I get that, but it's just like, it really bums me out knowing that this community used to be pretty protected and you could, you know, you could still share your hobby with people and for the most part not really worry about being made fun of or dogged on or, you know, whatever, just someone trying to put you down. And now it does not matter, you will be put down. So it's in terms of the dining room, I was just using it as an analogy. Like, this is technically my dining room, but there are a lot of closet collectors out there that would have this, and they would be talking to someone that they met online or talk to someone that they met at the bar, and they would never tell them about this until that person walked in, after weeks or months of hanging out with them or going to their house or going to movies and dinners and stuff. They would be afraid to tell them based off of what society has done to them into thinking that. So that's what I really meant. So I get it. Not very many people use dining rooms, and some people might be too young to even know what a dining room is. But, when I grew up, I ate family at the dining room table with my mom and dad. And with having a family now, yes, we are growing up in a new age to where, the kids have their own little table and they eat because we eat at different times. We don't have a dinner time, like I did as a kid. So I was just using that as an analogy and as an example of how people can be so scared to tell people that they have this stuff. So I'm going to go through some comments and stuff because I don't want to just ramble, but yeah. Ben McCall, what's up, brother? Wish I had something smart to say. You're a good dude and don't question the clock. Now the same. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Cody, you're still in here. Thank you, brother. Greg, you're still in here. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm going to Columbus show. Yeah, making money is just making money. Unrelated note, I felt this way 2 years ago. I was going into college and I went into a major I liked, but also had a passion for something else. I talked to my closest friend to help me. That's great, man. That's great. Sheckler saying bipolar. I guess I missed what I was talking about with that. Thanks to you, brother. I've sold what I don't care about and put towards things I do. Absolutely, bro. You have your reasons in there, very valid, but take your time and really think about it. I've part of stuff fast and regret it, but you can always find it again. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I can always find it again. I mean, like I said, money is not an issue in a non-flex way, and not like I'm not rich by any means. Please don't think that. But like money, like if I sell something and I really, really want it back, I'll just buy it. So I don't. That's not my fear. I don't have regret selling stuff because I make that decision when I put the shipping label on it or when I meet somebody to hand me money. I make that decision that I will not really regret it. Like I might think about it. I might, for a second, I might be like, damn, I wish I had that. But then I'm over it because if I regret selling stuff, then I might as well just sell absolutely all of it and never go back. Because as long as I have stuff here, I'll think about it, but it's never going to dig at me to where it's not ever going to be out of my reach to get something. High school friends, hell yeah. Being a toy collector is the coolest thing ever. No, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's definitely fun. Many of my friends don't know about my collection. Yeah, I mean, see, and that's cool. Like, whether people know or they don't know, I mean, at the end of the day, all you should really care about is what you think about it. But with this day and age, man, social media is just so nasty and just so. It's like, it's easier said than done on saying, well, don't care about what other people think. I couldn't sell my happy place, then I wouldn't be happy. No, that's true, man. I mean, and like I said, I don't think I'll ever be not collecting. I don't think I'll ever not collect, but I can't see myself continuing to go at this rate, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, maybe? Yeah, I'm still buying basketball cards here and there, man. Oh, your coworkers? Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that, Cody. Is your manager or something new of it? Because you used to. Oh no, with the Atlanta surprise, your manager was like, "Hey, you're not at work," and I just remember you telling me that they followed you on Instagram and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I have 113 people in here. So what's up, everybody? Sorry for the depressing hour and a half live stream. That's obviously not much fun. But on a bright note, I got all the stuff that I needed to get packed up, thanks to you guys. And that was my goal. Yeah, see that Shake and Quake, that's tough. That's a tough decision. Eric, that's a good point. Big Dub and I, as you guys know, Brian, we talked about this like a year ago, and it was exactly how you worded it. Well, not exactly, but pretty much how you worded it. So, go on, buddy. The biggest reason I would assume that people take a break in a relationship, unfortunately, when some people get divorced or they actually split up, a lot of the reasons are I'm spending too much time with you. We don't have our me time, or our, just go do a hobby. If you like to play basketball, go to the court and shoot around for a couple hours. If you like to go to the gym, just go to the gym by yourself and have that me time, or do whatever it is, even if it's just reading a book. If you like reading, a lot of the times you get to that point where you don't have that anymore, and you've been smothered by your significant other because you guys do everything together, and that is kind of what's happening in the toy world, in my eyes, and obviously Brian's eyes as well. Is there's just so much stuff out there right now that I feel that so many people are overwhelmed about what they need to buy, what they should collect. Should they buy something new? Should they start a new collection, a new line? All this stuff, because it's being, quote unquote, forced down our throats by these companies, because the collecting community and the pop culture world has just gotten so big the past like 5, probably 8 years, I would say, maybe. I know I haven't been collecting that long, but I feel like that's kind of when it started. When Force Awakens came out, the Star Wars collecting community really grew. I've talked to Billy about this. He's been collecting like his whole life, and he remembers, before the Black Series came out, you could walk in 2, 3, 4 weeks after a figure would release, and they would still be on the shelves. Now, you either gotta stalk the internet for when they go live. You gotta be at the store every day when they open on their restock days in order to get one. So there's so many people in this community right now, which is great, but the companies, I feel, in my opinion, are releasing as much as possible to try to cater to everybody, and what it's really doing is it's just putting that bubble on a bigger scale. And what's happening is the new collectors are happy because old figures are re-releasing, old figures are coming back, and it's killing the old collectors because they want new stuff. They already have these things, and they want new things, or they want a variety of that specific figure. And I get it, it's a business, and to keep dangling the carrot, they'll release a new figure packed with 3 re-released figures, because there are obviously more newcomers buying figures rather than older collectors buying figures, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to word it together. So you look at all the Black Series, how many times have we got that Rey repacked? How many times did we get Finn repacked and all that stuff? Because there were so many kids, there were so many, mom and dads buying those figures for their kids, for other things, that Hasbro is like, hey, this is selling, let's add more of that because it's making money. They're not worried about people who bought that figure a year ago. They're not worried about, the collectors that have been with them since, 2010. So I think, and I'm just using Star Wars as an example because that's what I know best. I know there's a lot of other things, like the Marvel Legends, like the Build-A-Figures. They had put out a wave of 6 or 7 figures for the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. You had to buy all those figures to build that Build-A-Figure, or you had to buy the parts, individually, which we know how that works. And it's great. You got the figure, you put it on your shelf, you're like, damn, this is sick. I remember when I hunted down this wave, or I remember trading for this piece, and, it took me forever to find that Silk, Marvel Legends Silk, to get that whatever arm or leg of the Space Venom. Let's just go to Space Venom. And then they re-released the Silk. Yes, it looks better. And then with the Monster Venom Bath, they repackaged the Monster Venom Bath for what, $30, $35? But to buy the whole wave, it was what? I mean, rough math, 20 times 6, 120 plus tax, you're in like $135 area. Yeah, you can sell those figures off to make some of your money back, but it's just like, why is Hasbro doing cool things like Build-A-Figures and then a year later re-releasing them in its own package already built? Like, it might have a different paint apps, it might be something, but it's the same exact figure. So when we as collectors get so much of that shoved down our throats, it's kind of hard to be excited about anything. I mean, I was talking to Billy, it was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was Toy Fair weekend. Last year Toy Fair, I was hyped. I was like, let's go. Like, I can't wait. Like, what do they got for Legends? What cool Black Series are they doing? Oh shit, they're doing vintage collection. You know, what figures are we getting from the old wave? And then this year, I was just like, I don't really care about Toy Fair. Like, if I was there, I would want to be there because I would love to see all this stuff and feel the vibe and just see everything in person and just to kind of feel special. Like, yeah, like this is the first time the world's seeing it and I'm here. But when I start seeing the vintage collection re-releasing the old expensive vintage collection figures, same figure, same card art, but just a different card back, I just get bummed. It's just like, I mean, it's cool, but once again, they're catering to the new collectors. And what they're doing is taking old molds, reusing them, and pleasing those people, but to stay invested and to stay kind of like hyped up about these figures, it's hard because, I mean, the companies aren't listening to the people that have been supporting them. They're only listening to the people that are supporting them at this moment in time. If that doesn't make sense, sorry, I might have not worded that the best way, but it's just weird how the companies are, and it just put like not a sour taste in my mouth, because I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't care what they do. Like, it's a business. Like, I get it. Like, why would you make a figure for 15,000 people when you can make a figure for 50,000 people? You know what I mean? Like, all the Iron Mans and the Captain Americas and the Black Widows, like, and the Hulks, like, those are figures that everybody's going to know. Those are the marketable characters, you know, that are on kids' t-shirts, kids' backpacks, you know, all that stuff. So they're going to make more of those because mom and dad are buying those for Bob and Joe. So it's, I don't know, it's definitely weird. Fix that, Josh, into the 6-1 right, yeah. Hopefully I'll be on later, Cody. I got, unfortunately, some stuff to take care of here soon. If they didn't reuse molds, I mean, and there's, exactly, John, there's two sides to the coin. Obviously, if they didn't do what they're doing, who knows? We might not even have Hasbro as a company. You know, they obviously know more than we do on the business side. We just know what we want as collectors and what collectively collectors want. And I think it's just more frustrating that it doesn't seem like they're listening or paying attention. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to listen to the people who are paying your bills, and that is dictated by numbers. And unfortunately, numbers don't lie when they're talking about that series. And Hasbro might not be the best company, but it's the biggest company to talk about. I mean, they make most of their money off the games, you know, off Monopoly, all their board games that they have, their new games that they come out with. Like, I highly doubt that Marvel Legends and Black Series are top of the priority sheet on Hasbro's, you know, planning each quarter. You know, what should we focus on? Yeah, it's there, but with no new Star Wars movies coming out, no new Avengers movies coming out, it's pretty hard for Hasbro to probably keep up and keep us entertained. Exactly, John. I highly agree, man. I used to be the variant chase collector. You know, when Hasbro did the Black Series, the 40th edition stuff, where they put them on the vintage card backs, literally same figure, different card backs, I bought them all. I was like, I have to have these. These are awesome. These are cool. Why? Why did I have to do that? Well, because it was something new and they dangled the carrot and it worked. No need to get mad at toys because you gotta sell yours. Greg Cook, if you're still in here, brother, you have your first official imposter that I've seen. I think to validate the bath reuse, paint change example, how about some fisted hands? Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like I said, I don't fault them for doing it. Like I said, I don't really care. I'm just expressing my opinion on it. I get why they do it. It's super smart. I mean, look at that Thanos bath. That was an expensive bath. All the baths are expensive, and for them to redo that. But like you said, if they could just add stuff or change things to where it makes it different for the collector, make something at least stand out to where if it's the original bath or if it's the repackaged bath, or give us something that will make us rebuy the bath if we want it that bad, if that makes any sense. So like you said, give different hands, give an accessory, maybe clean up the paint a little bit, or do something to where you can cater to the new people and you can also cater to those OCD people that want that, but they're not buying the exact same thing. They're at least getting something else for it. That's how I wish it could kind of go. If they could kind of ride the 50-50 path and make it to where it caters to both audiences, the mom and dads who buy it for Billy and Joe, and then buy it for, the 30-year-old Josh that wants to have every single figure in his collection no matter what they release. If they could do that, I think it would please us as a community more, but who knows? We could get that, and then all of a sudden we start complaining about something else. Just very different. Ray, what's up, bro? The only part I hate is staying up 2 days. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. The bots are absolutely horrible. I mean, Funko Shop, that's probably one of the bigger cases of bots. Just because they used to do the Funko Shop of the week thing, and it used to be a super limited pop, and they did do stuff to counteract the bots, or to make it easier for real people to get it. But that's a good idea, Kiwi. And even with figure arts, man, I mean, look at figure arts up to like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. They used to be very scarce and sought after, and they used to be rare, and I hate to use that word, but I mean you had to really try to find those, and to get them it was hard, and they didn't make very many of them. But if when Infinity War came out, if you walked into a Barnes and Noble, how many Black Widows, Captain America with explosion effects, Black Panthers, Falcons, all that stuff, how many of those did you see there just sitting for $70, $80, upwards, maybe even $90? They just oversaturated the market, but they had to do those explosion effects because of the licensing with Hasbro, because Hasbro has a licensing for 6-inch action figures for Marvel. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So for figure arts to even sell those in America, they had to pack them up with something else to make it an accessory. And now they're easy to get. Now they're on clearance or sale, that you can still find them. I mean, I still find Captain America's and Black Panthers sitting at Barnes and Nobles or FYEs. I don't know, maybe FYE didn't sell figure arts. I know there's like 2 retailers that I've seen it in before. Am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk, but you are banned. So how do I do that? There we go. But yeah, so it's a lot of saturation in the market right now, I think. So we'll see. No, yeah, I get you, Cody. Now they're mass produced because of business. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but that's what I literally said. That I said, it's a business and it is what it is. I mean, none of us in this chat probably run a multi-$100 million company like the people at Hasbro do. So I mean, we have no idea how to be successful at that, and obviously what they're doing is making them somewhat successful. So, and we're just the people who have to deal with it. I mean, it's probably never going to change, and it is what it is. But the great thing about the community that we're in is we can all talk about it. So it's fun, I guess. But with that, I am going to get off here because little man's about to be home and Riley's about to get off the bus, so I need to be there for that. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here, and thank you for the kind words earlier from everybody. You guys know who you are. I love you guys so much, and thanks for letting me vent today. I'm going to leave this live stream up just because I feel like it's an important one. But yeah, enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend if you have tomorrow off. And hopefully I'll be on a live stream soon. We can actually have some fun. But I love you guys for real. And have a good fucking day. And just do what's best for you. I'll see you guys later.